WrestleMania 36 is over with. Despite the circumstances that they underwent, WWE is not looking back. They're looking forward to the future. A massive WrestleMania 37 card is expected, but we're not talking about Becky Lynch versus Ronda. We're not talking about Drew McIntyre defending his WWE Championship. We're talking about something a little bit bigger, and it's going to make a lot of sense. So we're going to talk about it right here, right now on DPW.
You have arrived at your destination.
Look, I know you guys hate Roman Reigns. Honestly, I know you hate it because when I talk about how much I like Roman Reigns, I get like 20 comments talking about how stupid I am. But nonetheless, Roman Reigns, The Rock. Simple as that. The main event of WrestleMania 37. Now, yes, I can understand why a lot of people would not like this idea, but WWE has been known to push Roman Reigns down your throat, and they have made it very clear that no matter what, they are full-fledged behind Roman Reigns. And quite honestly, it just makes sense. He is the guy. He is the man around town. He is the new John Cena. Whether or not you want to admit it, whether or not you like it or dislike it, he is. WrestleMania has always been known for the moments. The moments, not the matches. WrestleMania 37 will be known for the moments and the matches. WWE is planning to go all out with this card. It's taking place in Los Angeles. The sports coverage from SportsCenter, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, Fox, ABC, NBC. I mean, literally from a PR standpoint, WrestleMania 37 will be the biggest pay-per-view of all time for WWE. And to be honest, I would not be surprised if this literally surpasses any sports or entertainment event of all time, because WWE's goal is to make that happen. Now, with that being said, how is WWE going to get there? Well, we got to take a look at the circumstances right now. Drew McIntyre is the WWE Champion. Braun Strowman is the Universal Champion. It's been reported several times that Drew McIntyre is expected to have a very lengthy title reign with that WWE Championship belt. And while I absolutely love the idea of Drew McIntyre main eventing WrestleMania, he literally just did, it's not going to be bigger than Rock versus Roman. But it's okay, because again, WWE has to aim to, they're aiming to put on the biggest show. So by doing that, you have to have the most stacked card ever. So Drew McIntyre will more than likely be defending his WWE Championship belt at WrestleMania 37. Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey definitely could be a main event worthy match. This is going to be the co-main event more than likely. And then Roman versus Rock as the main event. Now, how does WWE get here? Well, it is expected, being that it's in Los Angeles, WWE will actually, in fact, induct The Rock as the WrestleMania 37 week goes on. So as you guys know, Hall of Fame ceremony, The Rock being in Los Angeles, it makes the most sense, especially with all of the press, all of the coverage. Rock being in Los Angeles would make the most sense for the induction. Now we got that out of the way. How does WWE get to Roman Reigns and The Rock, and how do they make it the most incredible storyline of all time? Well, that's what WWE has to do here, because if they don't make it incredible, it will fall short of success, because fans right now, regardless if you love Roman or hate Roman, there are a lot of fans who dislike Roman. And because they dislike Roman, WWE has to pretty much fire all cylinders and make this incredible. It can't be short of incredible. Otherwise, people will literally bury this match. Now, Braun Strowman being Universal Champion right now, it is expected that he is going to hold the belt until Royal Rumble. It is expected that he is going to lose the WWE Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble against Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns will challenge Braun Strowman one-on-one, probably in some sort of gimmick match. If I was WWE, I would do something cool. I would do like an ambulance match or whatever it may be. Just you got to add something special to it, because at this point, people are starting to hate Braun Strowman. So it kind of helps Roman Reigns get over in that fact. And then what I think should happen, and I think this really could happen too, is the Royal Rumble match actually being the main event of the Royal Rumble. So the reason why is because there would be a special entrant at number 30. In this case, it would be The Rock. Now, obviously, The Rock filming movies, television shows, his production company, all of that stuff, he's not going to be able to be on Raw every single week. He's not going to be able to compete at Elimination Chamber. So the idea is that Roman Reigns would be Universal Champion. He'll defend his belt inside Elimination Chamber. Because The Rock won the Royal Rumble, he will get his one-on-one match at the main event of WrestleMania. Therefore, when Roman successfully defends the belt at Elimination Chamber next year, Roman Reigns will finally go one-on-one throughout the weeks, more than likely on SmackDown, by the way. But it would probably be on SmackDown because it's obviously the A show at this point, and that's where the Universal title sits. But Roman Reigns will be cutting promos with The Rock on SmackDown. And I think WWE has a way to get here by implementing the real life. You got to break kayfabe a little bit. And I think the way to do that is by having The Rock become a heel. The Rock being inducted at WrestleMania, it makes a lot of sense. The Rock being a heel, turning his back on Roman Reigns. You know, The Rock could talk about how Roman was embarrassing to the family. The Rock could talk about how WWE shoved Roman Reigns down the throats of millions of fans and he couldn't get over. And the only time Roman Reigns was ever able to get a reaction was when The Rock saved him at the Royal Rumble post-match. And I think having The Rock as a heel will make a lot of sense. I think having a new attitude with The Rock would make a lot of sense, especially when you consider that they are in Los Angeles. Because again, you got to keep in mind, PR is absolutely everything. Social media is absolutely everything to WWE. So in this case, Roman Reigns successfully defends his belt at Elimination Chamber every single week. Him and The Rock are meeting on SmackDown. Big moments. Again, WWE is there for the moments. So WWE starts booking themselves into this match. I think we start seeing the inclusion of the Usos and Tamina, Nia Jax, even The Rock's daughter who is training in NXT. I think we could see some sort of inclusion from these additional assets to put over the storyline. And I think that is the key to making this work, to make things feel real. And I think the only way to do that is by including TMZ. Again, The Rock being on TMZ. It's kind of what people would expect from a movie star. You know, maybe The Rock could be on TMZ. They could kind of script him talking a little bit of trash about Roman Reigns, therefore pushing the story forward to allow this to actually be meaningful. And I think Roman Reigns should absolutely 1000% successfully retain his belt at WrestleMania 37 in the main event of WrestleMania 37. Roman Reigns is the ultimate good guy. A lot of people don't like him because WWE forced him down your throats. I totally get why you don't like it. But right now, this is a match that could literally be larger than life, especially with WWE WrestleMania 36. It was actually rumored that WWE wanted Rock versus Roman for this pay-per-view. Imagine, without a crowd, what that would mean. WWE would have had to change the card regardless, obviously. But because of the pandemic, a lot of things were impacted. WWE planning this main event could very well result in this pay-per-view being the highest grossing pay-per-view of all time for WWE. Very well could be the highest grossing pay-per-view or sports or entertainment event of any kind of all time. Because when you include a championship match from Drew McIntyre, when you include the names of John Cena and Brock Lesnar, when you include the possibility of Ronda Rousey, you guys know WWE has Gronkowski now. Again, it's all about the moments. It's all about the names and the name value. It's not always about the indie guys who could do the most flips, but sometimes it's about the biggest names in the industry because you got to create some moments for WrestleMania 37. This is how WWE can be successful. Make it feel real. Make it feel real. That's what you have to do. I don't like the idea of a guy successfully retaining his belt at WrestleMania. I always like the idea of the babyface underdog story, wins the belt in the main event, whatever. But this needs to be larger than the title, but the title needs to be on the line because The Rock winning the Royal Rumble would not only be shocking, but it would work out very well, especially after you know that Roman Reigns has won. And the idea that Roman Reigns could potentially lose the belt is even better because if you put him in a match, with 5 or 6 individuals in the Elimination Chamber, it could be some really incredible content to get there. And this way you don't have to rely on The Rock. But this could be a massive main event. And quite honestly, I don't care what anybody says. You can't convince me otherwise. WrestleMania 37 being stacked is very, very important for WWE, especially after WrestleMania 36. The idea that WWE has huge plans for this pay-per-view is really good because, again, it's all about those moments. And, you got to think, The Rock doing his Hall of Fame induction, just imagine how incredible this could be because we've never seen this before. But let's just think about this for a second. What if The Rock was doing his Hall of Fame induction speech only to have Roman Reigns attack The Rock on stage? Again, is it far-fetched? Is it extra? Yeah, of course it is. But you want to make this feel bigger than a title belt. You want to make it sound like family trouble is really brewing. And quite honestly, you want to get Roman Reigns over. So you got to do it in a way that's cool. You just got to do it in a way that's cool. It can't be lame. It can't be rushed. Got to tell a story. This way, Braun Strowman, I know you guys don't like him, but if Braun Strowman defends his belt to Roman Reigns and loses to Roman Reigns and they book this storyline correctly, people will be cool with the idea of Roman Reigns being champion when they find out it's him versus The Rock. Both of these guys could go in the ring, so I'm not nervous about the quality of the match. What I'm nervous about is how WWE can execute this. I'm very excited to see what happens. WrestleMania 37 is set to be pretty big. Guys, for more content like this, click that subscribe button, ring the bell. This way you can get notified literally on all of the content on the channel. And don't forget, guys, if you follow me on Twitter, I also let you know when videos go up. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ango with Ango. It's your boy Ango. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You have arrived at your destination.